I'm Clever Ghoul, but you can call me Nikki.
Who are you? Hi, I'm Clever Ghoul, but you can call me Nikki. And this is my friend Pauline, back on the channel again. Woo! A little while ago, Pauline sent me a video of someone dyeing fabric using flowers. And I was very intrigued, but also a little skeptical, until I did some digging and found out that it's actually an ancient, or maybe ancient's not the right word, but it's a technique used by the Japanese for thousands of years called Zome. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but I'm gonna put the words here so you can see. These are the words I cannot pronounce. So that's what we're doing today. Basically, what you're gonna need are some flowers, a mallet or a hammer, some tape, like masking tape or blue painter's tape, and we're just gonna walk you through the process today. I'm gonna try and make a pattern on tote bags using the flowers. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna be making gloves for driving. Gloves. The only thing is that when I bought them, I thought they're gonna be like opera length to protect the arm. But now I have like mime.
You could go to France on a trip after.
Maybe I can get a scholarship.
When you do this project, you want to be sure to use a natural fiber, silk works, cotton works, and you want it to be 100% and not a blend, because if it's a blend, it's not going to pick up the dye and it's a whole thing. And that's really when you're dyeing in general. You really want to try and not use a blend. You also want to wash your item before you dye it if you can, because she forgot. Because if you put something in that's brand new and you dye it, there's usually a film on the fabric after you buy something. So you want to wash that once, and then it should be ready to dye, and it doesn't have any film or anything on it.
I forgot.
It's okay. You know, it's actually going to be a really interesting experiment to see how it works on something that hasn't been washed and something that has. So yeah, you set me up today to have a good experiment, have a good video.
So you're welcome?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into it. So basically what we're doing now is we're taking some old mailers, and Pauline's putting them inside of her gloves. I put them inside of my tote bag so that when we're dyeing, the stain doesn't transfer onto the opposite side of the fabric. You just want it to go where you want it to go. That's something to keep in mind when doing this. You want to have something protecting the back. If you're just doing a napkin, you're probably okay, but just make sure that nothing's folded over so you're not transferring the dye onto the opposite side of something if that wasn't what you were intending to do. I just wanted to give you a quick close-up of some of these flowers that we got. Ooh, she is multifaceted.
Look at this happy yellow flower.
I also got some ranunculus. I can never say it right. It sounds.
I thought it was ranunculus, but
I don't know.
I don't know either.
So it's this word right here, and it's this. This is what it looks like. What else do you have, P?
This premium filler flower. Premium, dude. It takes premium.
She needs premium, dude.
Simpsons reference. I got this Gerbera.
I got this Gerbera.
Oh my god. I also have these yellow of that same type of flower that I just could not pronounce.
Oh, I think my cat might be allergic to the flower.
No.
He might be allergic to the premium fillers.
Side note, if you do have a cat, I'm just gonna take this opportunity. Never buy a flower that has a pistil, like a lily. They are lethal, like instantly to cats, and a lot of cats do die every year from it. So, side note, I know, depressing. I just have to bring the mood down. Please be careful if you have kitties. Okay.
The more you know.
I also have premium filler, but look at how cool this is. So basically what we're doing right now is we're taking the flower itself and removing the stem, and you put it down wherever you want to place it on the bag. Then you're going to take some of your blue painter's tape. You're going to tape over that, and then you're going to take your mallet or hammer and you're going to start hammering it down into place. Now, this mallet is kind of old and dirty, so I wrapped it in saran wrap and blue tape. You may also want to wipe off or wrap your hammer in saran wrap and change it throughout this process so that you're not getting the flower dye onto the next flower if they're different colors. It could cause like bleeding issues. So that's just something to watch out for. Go into it, unaliving some flowers. Although I think they were unalived when we bought them.
They were already. Does that make them
Should we have a moment of silence for the fallen flowers? Yeah, I guess it makes them vampires.
Because they're already on their second life.
That's true.
I mean, it's cuter than zombies.
Oh, well, a lot is cuter than zombies.
Yeah, everything is cuter than zombies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, so I just hammered down my first flower, and as you can see, nothing transferred. Now, I do think this is potentially user error. We are doing this on a glass table, which means we have a bunch of padding down, and we just pulled out some hardcover books to help have a hard surface. But Pauline, on the other hand, is having some success, I think.
But I did already put the book down, and because I saw your results, I went pretty aggressive.
It's also her table, so I'm being a little gingerly hitting.
You're being a little ginger. I'm being a little ginger.
But show us what happened with yours.
Oh, you're supposed to put your head next to me. Oh, it's working.
It's working. I mean, it even transferred onto this piece of paper down here.
It's not cute looking, but
it's working. So I just tried again with the, how do you say it?
Vernacular?
And it made a giant polka dot, basically. But I kind of like that. You can kind of see where the center was. It definitely dyed it. Now, Pauline, do you want to share with the class?
No, I will, but it's...
So these are mums, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they have kind of a green center. It made like a grass stain, and it looks a little icky. Thankfully, Pauline has more gloves. Now, this is a good tip. If you're starting out, test it out first on a spare piece of fabric, something you don't care about, just to make sure that you like the flowers you have and that it's all gonna work out for you, because if you don't, you get that.
I mean,
we both didn't think about it though. I
could just turn it over and do the other side.
What I suggested to Pauline off camera was that she could take the petals off of the flower and arrange them in a circle to make like a flower shape still without having to deal with that yucky center part. So if you did want to do this at home and you weren't sure how to lay that out, that's something you could do. Let's get back into it. Yeah, so it's a good thing that I have multiple bags to do this on, because I do not like what I've created in the studio today. So I'm gonna start over with a different bag and more of a plan and get going on that. But Pauline, how are you doing with yours?
I also started over. This was the first, remember, nasty situation. And then, so this is where I'm so far, and I kind of
so cute. Little
it's gonna
flower.
look so cute when I'm driving my yellow car with my yellow gloves.
I love it. So that's where we are. So if all of a sudden you see me making something new, that's why. All right, so after a lot of time, we're done. Now, there's something that I forget with dyeing crafts. I always am like, it's so easy, because in theory it is easy, but it's so time consuming, it's messy, it can take way longer than you think it's going to. And hammering for the last couple hours wasn't great.
No.
No.
You forget how loud it is.
It's loud.
And then also, if you have a minor shoulder injury, it's not fun.
Yeah, I had to stand up a lot to make sure the camera was steady, which I don't know in this footage, it might not be at all, but...
And if one of us is hammering, you're trying to put petals down, and it's moving.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I think if you go into it knowing it's going to be time consuming and the hammer is going to get annoying, I think it's a lot easier. We did not think about that. We didn't think of that at all. No, it's just pretty and fun.
I want it.
Like I said before, I scrapped the previous bag that I was doing because I don't know what I was doing. I was just kind of hammering flowers to see what happened. So I made a different bag after that, and so here's my bag. Ooh. That's the reveal there with that.
Yay!
They're so cute. Cute. I really love the details in all the petals here, like how you can see them all, and it's like on the fingers, but it's a flat. It's really cute. You did a great job. I love it.
I mean, I had a tester. I think that's a very important.
It's key. I think we both learned that is, you have to do that. Otherwise, it's not gonna.
Yeah, like I showed earlier, that I'm a little ugly.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, good. I can test this idea out, and I'm glad I did, because I didn't like the way it turned out.
Yeah, same. I did not like my first bag. So, I mean, I'll still use the bag. I'll probably wash it and let the color run out, which is what brings me to my next point. We've run out of time for today, and I don't really think I need to film this anyway, but something you may know about dyeing is you want to do something called a mordant bath or mordant dye after you dye. There's lots of ways to do that, and you can Google it, and you put your item in there, and it brightens the colors, and it acts as a color fastener. That's what a mordant is. So that's something you would want to do with this afterwards. I'm not sure if I mentioned in the beginning, but these need to be things that are like low wash. You want to be doing like cushion covers, tea towels that you don't really use, things like that, because with a natural dye and with flowers like this, it can lose the color over time. So you want to be careful in washing them, probably hand wash them cold, but I think the best way to go about that before you do any of that is to wash it in vinegar, just to bring out the brightness and really lock in that color. So yeah, that's what we did. Here's some more reveal footage. Ooh. Ooh, the light died. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much, Pauline, for having me over today and for asking me to do this craft. It was fun. It just is, it's a lot. It's a lot, but it was fun, and I'm glad we did it.